In the never-ending saga of Prince Harry's dramatic unraveling from royal grace, Piers Morgan has once again thrown a flaming match into the powder keg, and this time, it's personal. The outspoken broadcaster and longtime critic of Harry and Meghan delivered a savage blow during a recent media appearance, revealing a bizarre yet telling incident that speaks volumes about the prince's increasingly erratic behavior. Morgan, known for his unapologetic candor, claimed he was the unlikely catalyst behind the latest reported rift between Prince Harry and his cousin, Princess Eugenie. "Well, that was because of me actually, the Eugenie thing, because she was with me and a group of other people in a pub in London," Morgan said with a grin, clearly amused by the absurdity of it all. "I was seen hugging them goodbye, and Harry saw this and went completely ballistic. And I can confirm, breaking news, that this is entirely true." It sounds like a tabloid fever dream, Prince Harry, miles away from the pomp of Buckingham Palace, allegedly blowing a fuse over his cousin sharing a moment of civility with Morgan. Yet, the story, whether petty or profound, lays bare a concerning portrait of a man increasingly isolated, insecure, and, some would argue, consumed by paranoia. If a simple goodbye hug from Eugenie to Morgan could spark such a meltdown, what does that say about Harry's mindset these days? The reaction seems symptomatic of a broader trend in Harry's post-royal life, a pattern of cutting ties, harboring grudges, and viewing even the mildest dissent as betrayal. The man who once represented youthful hope for a modern monarchy is now regarded by many as the poster boy for victimhood, entitlement, and overblown grievances. It's no secret that Harry's world has dramatically shifted since his self-imposed exile to California. His transformation from cheeky royal rebel to California complainant has been thoroughly documented through tell-all interviews, memoirs, docuseries, and podcast appearances. But while the royal family has largely kept its cool through the storm, Harry seems to thrive on airing dirty laundry. He's accused his family of coldness, racism, and neglect, yet expects loyalty from those he lashes out at. The fallout with Eugenie is particularly ironic, given that she and her husband Jack Brooksbank were among the very few royals who seemed to remain on good terms with the Sussexes after Megxit. Eugenie even visited Harry and Meghan in Montecito, a move many saw as a gesture of goodwill. But apparently, all it took was a public interaction with Morgan, one of Harry's most vocal critics, to spark royal Armageddon. And let's be honest, if Eugenie's choice of company was enough to trigger such fury, it reveals more about Harry's fragile ego than anything else. It's worth noting that Piers Morgan has long been a thorn in Harry and Meghan's side, calling them out for hypocrisy, self-importance, and their unrelenting war on the press, despite their constant use of media to shape their own narrative. Morgan, once a supporter of Meghan Markle, famously turned against the couple after what he saw as their relentless victimhood campaign. He questioned the credibility of their claims and wasn't shy about labeling Harry as a spoiled brat who can't take criticism. Now, with this new revelation, Morgan has taken a casual pub story and turned it into a symbol of everything wrong with Prince Harry's post-royal trajectory. The image is almost laughable, a full-grown man, once a war veteran and a representative of the crown, having an emotional implosion because his cousin dared to interact with someone he doesn't like. But it's also deeply concerning. It suggests a level of control and possessiveness that doesn't square with Harry's supposed journey toward personal freedom and healing. One can't help but ask, has Harry become the very toxic force he claims to have escaped? Critics argue that Harry has become so obsessed with controlling the narrative that he now sees enemies everywhere. Friends are foes. Family are liabilities. And journalists? Well, if you're not singing his praises, you're dead to him. Meanwhile, Morgan seems to relish his role in this bizarre royal drama. He's not just a critic anymore, he's a character in the Sussex soap opera. And whether you love him or hate him, you have to admit, he plays his part with brutal honesty and undeniable flair. One can only imagine the royal family's reaction to this latest tidbit. Queen Camilla, ever the stoic, is likely rolling her eyes. Prince William, already strained from the chaos Harry has unleashed, probably doesn't even flinch anymore. And King Charles? He's reportedly been trying to build bridges with Harry, but stories like this only make that bridge look increasingly unsteady, like it's built on quicksand and broken promises. As for Harry, this episode may be minor in the grand scheme of royal drama, but it's revealing. It shows us a prince who can't move on, can't let go, and can't accept that not everyone will fall in line with his version of the truth. In the end, maybe the pub hug wasn't just a hug. Maybe it was a symbolic act, someone close to Harry daring to live without his approval, to show kindness to someone Harry has condemned. And for a man who has made himself the center of every narrative, that might be the deepest cut of all. So here we are, another day, another drama. And once again, Prince Harry finds himself the punchline of a story that didn't need to exist, if only he could let things go. But until that happens, Piers Morgan, armed with nothing more than a cheeky grin and a pint of truth, will keep serving up reminders that the real issue might not be everyone else, but Harry himself.